All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. Yes, happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to it. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this is Michael Myers Monday Live, our weekly gathering with Halloween movie franchise fans and Michael Myers fanatics and everything in between, where we geek out about Halloween ends and all the Michael Myers related news coming out right now, and there's a ton of it. And you're here for a good night because we've got some Halloween ends news to talk about. Nothing too huge, but some fun new comments from Mr. James Jude Courtney, and some cool franchise notes here that we're going to talk about, and a recap of last week's a number of news items that came out last week. And we're going to talk about a number of new merch releases and stuff like that. So you're here on a good night, so welcome. And to all of my returning friends, what's up, guys? Happy Michael Myers Monday. We made it. We're here. If you're here, that means you made it through another week. You made it through another Monday. And that in itself is reason to celebrate, and that's what we're going to do here tonight. We're celebrating, and it is August 15th, which means yesterday was August 14th, which means we are officially less than 2 months into the theatrical release of Halloween Ends. So to all of that, I will pause and take a sip of my Michael Myers Mango Twist, and then I'm going to turn over here to the live chat and see who all is in here. I've seen a few familiar names, lighting up some jack-o'-lanterns. Again, if you're new here, don't be shy. Let me hear you in the live chat. And if you're watching this after the fact and we're no longer live, then you can still participate down in the comments below. And I appreciate that as well. So welcome, everybody, and happy Michael Myers Monday to you. All right off the bat, I see, well, there's the man, David Suber, of course. Going to see you next week at Mad Monster, sir. Linton Jones checking in from the UK. Welcome. I really appreciate you tuning in from the UK. Thanks for being here tonight, and happy Michael Myers Monday. Darlene is here. Rob is here. Thank you, sir, for tuning in tonight. Jenny, of course, one of the first ones here earlier. The great Christopher Bell. Michael Myers himself in the house. Phil is here as well. Larry Moore, of course. Awesome to see everybody. The over-decaffeinated fella just checked in. I love to see it. Excellent. And of course, Megan is here. A lot of you guys tuned in for our somewhat impromptu, very last minute announced live episode of the Halloween show this past Thursday, where we did go over a number of Halloween Ends items that we felt just couldn't wait until Monday night. But I'll still recap those just briefly, and we've got a few new items that we're going to talk about tonight as well. But first, we've got a show and tell this week, and I set this up last week, so regular viewers know what I'm about to show and tell. So, again, if you were tuned in last week, when last we left off. Anyway, I usually like to start these lives off on Monday night with some kind of Michael Myers related merch show and tell. Sometimes it's items that we have in stock at our own online store, HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. Most of the stuff you see behind me, the wall decor, the masks, all that stuff, we do have in stock right now. But that's not what I'm showing off tonight, because sometimes I like to show off new additions to my own personal Michael Myers collection. And again, regular viewers, it's no shock that I got the new Michael Myers Blacklight Pop. We picked it up actually at Scares That Care Charity Weekend in Williamsburg a few weeks ago. It was a great time. Awesome event for charity. And last week, I shared the packaging with you guys. And so this week, we're going to share the showcase video. But first, before we even get to that, here he is unboxed. Yes. This is basically a repaint, re-release of the very first Michael Myers Funko Pop vinyl figure released about a decade ago, if my math is correct. And as you saw in the packaging last week, and you'll see again in our showcase video here in just a second, it is actually numbered 03, just like that one was, and pretty much the same sculpt. But this paint job is wild. It is wild. It is blacklight friendly, and we asked the question last week: is it really truly going to be blacklight reflective? How's it going to look under an actual blacklight? Well, earlier today, I shot some photos and I shot some video of this guy in the box, out of the box, and then turned out all the lights, busted out one of our black lights, and shined it directly on him, and you will see the result. And I gotta say, I was pretty happy with the result. So here, as some people are still just kind of finding their way in here, we're gonna kick things off with which is HDN Michael Myers Monday exclusive world premiere. Okay, this has never been seen before, and channel members will see it available to them as soon as we're done here tonight. And everybody else, all of you can watch it again tomorrow when it's uploaded to the channel regularly to the general public. But right now, and this is very short, it's just like a 2-minute showcase of this new pop. But again, it's not really conducive right here with my setup to do the black light here and show it off properly. But hopefully there'll be no glitches in this video, and you can check it out this way. So, and I might chime in with a little commentary as it goes. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But check it out. We talked about the packaging a lot last week. I really like it. Super bright fluorescent colors. And right here, you'll get a little taste of what this guy looks like under our black light here. So as you can see, he actually does glow in the black light properly, and looks pretty damn awesome, I gotta say. Looks even better under an actual black light. So props to Funko for the new paint job. And I know a lot of people, are probably looking at this, and even some collectors are like, why? Why? I know a lot of people don't like Funko Pops, and I don't obsess over them in general, but when it comes to Michael Myers or Sam or my favorite Halloween horror icons, I can't resist. And yeah, I've got, I believe, every release of Myers in pop form, although not technically, because there's a couple variants that I still don't have, but in some form. But now that's not true either, because there is also that new 2022 Walmart exclusive that is the orange, VHS orange Michael Myers pop that I'm going to also have to get. But let me know what you think about this guy, if you own him, if you're going to pick him up. I did include an affiliate link to purchase him from Amazon in the description of this video. He is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, but Entertainment Earth currently has him on back order, whereas Amazon has a couple in stock right now. If you don't have one yet, let me know what you think. But I think he looks really cool and he's unique. And as to answer the question why, I mean, I know he's not like movie accurate. It's not reflective of any of the films or anything like that. But it's just cool to have our favorite fictional serial killer recognized in pop culture in this way. And yeah, this is just like Funko's kind of new way that they're repackaging their standard pop figures. And of course, Michael being one of the very first pops in that very first wave of horror pops ever released. That's why he's numbered 03. Pretty cool that he's among the first in this new Blacklight format, because they are applying it to pretty much all sectors of their pop figures. So let me know what you think, but I'm pretty happy with this purchase. Like I said, I couldn't not get it. I've got all the others, and that's the only thing that's not in that video that I haven't filmed yet. Again, I literally just shot that earlier today and edited it a few minutes ago. But the only thing that's not in there that I normally have at the end of those pop specific videos is the lineup of all of my Michael Myers and Michael Myers related Funko Pops and accessories. And I haven't done that yet. I haven't put this one in the lineup with them. That I'll have to save for another day. Probably another special event video for that one too. But again, some of you guys are collectors as well, so let me know what you think about this new Blacklight Funko Myers Pop. Yes, Christopher, H3 masks in blacklight colors as pops. I've been saying that. I love that we're getting these variations, these variants of Michael. But again, I really wish Funko would, like you said, give us the Silver Shamrock trick-or-treaters, give us the Blood Tears from H2, give us young Michael Myers, and how about a Loomis? I mean, is that too much to ask? I'd be happy with the young Michael Myers and the 3 trick-or-treaters, but I agree that they would look amazing in the blacklight colors like that. Thank you, David. Darlene says I need him. So said no more pops, but love him. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't get caught up in getting all the pops, but when it's Michael Myers or Sam from Trick or Treat, I gotta try to get them. And I did recently get 2 new Sams. I finally got that Hot Topic exclusive unmasked Sam pop that was released last year. I finally got my hands on one of those fairly recently. And also in our travels, when we were up in Williamsburg, Virginia, I was at a different Hot Topic and picked up a different Sam, one of the 2022 releases, where he's holding his razor blade candy. But that's for another night. That's for Trick or Treat Tuesday live, not Michael Myers Monday live. That's for another night, another live stream. We'll talk about those Trick or Treat collectibles. But yeah, I'm really happy with that guy. And I love that Michael Myers is in the live chat and routinely just comments with silence, because Michael Myers, naturally. So I like that the shape is lurking in the live chat, as it should be, right? Jenny says, wow, beautiful, looks spooky. Yeah, I mean, I was very happy when I plugged in our blacklight. And at first, when it was kind of on a higher level and not really shining on the figure itself, it wasn't really showing up like that. It was when I directed the blacklight directly at the figure, and then it just lit right up. And of course, I had all the other lights turned off. And yeah, I mean, I'll probably shoot some more video when we do that other showcase with all of the pops at some point, all the Myers pops anyway. And yes, David, I'm going to talk about the new bobblehead here in a minute. I guess there's a bit of a bobblehead theme tonight, a bit of a collectible theme. I mean, we are going to talk some Halloween ends in just a minute, I know. But there's a couple bobble related news items we're gonna talk about. You know, you guys helped us, I believe. I haven't ordered it yet. I haven't gotten it yet, but we sold out a few weeks ago that Michael Myers with the Hedge. And I say we because it was us. Come on, guys. But we ran the article, as soon as it came out. We shared it everywhere. And by the time we got to Monday, they were already sold out. So they might get them restocked on the website. But again, I'm getting off track. Let's go ahead and talk about this week in Halloween Ends news. Many of you did join me during our Thursday live stream. It was an HDN live special episode of the Halloween show where we just it's kind of our new format of the Halloween show this year. If you haven't noticed, we're doing it all live, and we're not really married to the idea of it being only on Fridays. It's really whatever day of the week where there's a lot of news going on, and we it makes sense to do kind of an all-encompassing review show like the Halloween show is, and a lot of stuff we want to do and do it live. And some weeks it might happen more than once a week too. So again, I'll say it again later, but subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff, so you don't miss any of that stuff, because it was not very announced. And we decided to do it about an hour before, and but we did go over a lot of the Halloween Ends news that broke last week at that time. So I'm not going to get into super detail on that right now, but you will recall that last week Halloween Ends received its R rating. No big shocker there. Again, though, it's just exciting to see that everything's moving as planned further down the road back to Haddonfield. We also reported that John Carpenter did an interview in which he made some very, very brief comments on HNs, but did seem to indicate that his work on the soundtrack has now been completed. And we reported on a photo that the Shape himself, Mr. Nick Castle, shared on Twitter last week of himself in the ADR booth doing some recording, doing some breathing, as he says, breathing some life into the Shape for the last time. That was his tweet. And we can take a look at that here real quick so we can all remember what this moment looked like. Well, here's another picture, actually. This is this was posted the following day, on Friday, August 12th, after that initial post from the ADR booth, and it's that same image of Michael paused on the screen behind him there, and on the small tablet screen too. Yes, I did zoom in, and it's basically that same image. But here Nick Castle adds in the text of the tweet that the movie looks real good, and he's plugging his appearance at the Silver Screen Con next weekend in Massachusetts. And here's another look at that most recent image shared by Nick Castle. And again, I mean, no surprise that he's doing the breathing for the Shape. That's been one of the coolest things in this trilogy, that Nick had a cameo in 2018, had a cameo filmed and unused, but thankfully included in the deleted scenes of Halloween Kills. And we know now has filmed a cameo for Halloween Ends, but we know from Nick himself, and now just recently from recent comments from Mr. James Jude Courtney himself, that that cameo is not as the Shape this time in Halloween Ends. Nick is playing another character, and he has even led us to believe, slight spoiler alert here, but he's led us to believe in previous comments that he might even be unmasked in this cameo appearance this time. And we've speculated here on Michael Myers Monday Live before. We've speculated on who Nick Castle might cameo as, and I've thrown in the hat that he should be the guy working at the hardware store where Michael gets his knives and his rope and maybe even his new mask or something like that, where Michael goes and gets some supplies at some point in the film, and Nick's the guy ringing him up, and maybe they have a moment where, again, they're not going to do that. I'm sure they're not going to do that, but I said that weeks ago just to throw my idea in there of what a cool Nick Nick cameo would be. But you guys can chime in on what you think yours is. Now, last weekend, not this past weekend, but last weekend, our good friend James Jude Courtney was making a convention appearance himself. And at that convention, he participated in a Q&A event, and of course, the subject of Halloween Ends came up. And James gave some pretty interesting answers to a couple questions. Again, nothing too spoilery, but in all fairness, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know anything, we are going to talk about something that James says that may or may not be about what a scene that may or may not be a very, very pivotal scene in Halloween Ends. So if you don't want to hear that, fair warning. Again, I'm never going to spoil specific plot points or anything like that. I don't want to know that stuff myself. But we are going to talk about this because much of this Q&A was thankfully uploaded to good old YouTube. And because of that, we were able to watch the majority of the Q&A. And I want to give a shout out to one of our viewers, Keith, out there. He actually brought this to my attention in the comment section of our previous live stream. And he's a regular viewer, doesn't always watch live, sometimes on the replay, but always very active, and I'm a huge fan of the franchise. So shout out to you, man, for letting me know that this Q&A was in fact online. And anyway, I want to give also a shout out while we're shouting out to the channel. You can see here the name of the channel is Madness 9091, and this is James Jude Courtney at the OKC HorrorCon in Oklahoma just last weekend. Now, you guys know that I like to take notes as I'm listening to these things, so we're not going to play the whole thing right here. I will include a link to that. I should have done it before we started, but I will include a link to that video in the description below, where you can you can go watch it at your leisure once we're done here. But for the time being, I've got the key points about Halloween Ends. So I'm going to tell you exactly what James said. First of all, when they asked which of the three David Gordon Green directed Michael Myers films is James Jude Courtney's favorite, his answer, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he essentially said that to him, they are not three movies, but one 5.5-hour movie with 3 acts. Whereas 2018 is Act 1, Kills is Act 2, and Ends is Act 3. So he doesn't have a favorite. That's the way he sees it, as one long film. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. Okay. Discussing Halloween Ends, Mr. James Jude Courtney says, quote, "It's twisted. It's going to take us places that you wouldn't expect. It's been kept so secret. I was one of the only ones that had an unredacted script." Now, at this point, he goes on to talk about how certain cast members, the majority of the cast members, he says, were given redacted scripts, meaning certain sections of the scripts that most of the cast members received did not include all scenes or all dialogue. Very interesting, and again, I think very smart. We've talked before. Excuse me for 1 second, guys. We've talked before here how the marketing has been better, at least from what we were assuming is going on here, with possible even misdirections in that teaser trailer, with very little marketing at all the secrecy. Christopher Nelson said on the Thing with Two Heads most recent episode that it was very a conscious thing for everybody involved in the film to keep things regarding the plot of this movie and spoilers to a minimum, if at all possible, as much as they could control it. Because so much from HK was leaked prior to the film being released. So I honestly think this is a great bit of info to hear that James was one of the only cast members to receive an unredacted script. Okay. Continuing, speaking about Halloween Ends, James Jude Courtney adds, quote, "It's going to go some places that are, I think, really powerful. The work between Jamie and I, for both of us, is some of the most important and beautiful things we've ever done in our careers. And not just me, Jamie as well. Everything we did as filmmakers, we did for the fans. Because if you don't honor your fans, then what are you doing? Why are you even there? Everybody that worked on these 3 films has a Halloween story. I'm talking about grips, catering, actors, stuntmen. Everybody had a passion for this film because we all love the franchise. So I'm quite certain you guys will like it." End quote. James Jude Courtney talking about this work that he did with Jamie Lee Curtis, and he says a little bit more about that a few minutes later, because again, it's pretty much what every other question tried to get to was more Halloween Ends news. So later in that same Q&A, James Jude Courtney is asked about his favorite scene to film among all 3 of these Halloween movies. And he answers, quote, "It's in Ends, and I think when you see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Jamie and I just talked about this the other day. It's so powerful that it still moves Jamie and I. It's so powerful that we'll just leave it there, it's hands down my favorite, and I have lots and lots of favorite moments from 2018 and Kills, so I hope I can impress on you that I'm saying something here." End quote. So again, talking about this work that he has done with Jamie Lee Curtis. Look, this does not sound like your typical Laurie versus Michael fight scene that he is describing here. And if it is, then it is clearly unlike any other Laurie versus Michael fight scene that we've seen before. I don't know what he's describing in here. It's fascinating to hear. I mean, as always, I love some James Jude Courtney. We are huge fans and lucky enough to consider him a friend. But, to hear his pride in this work and to hear that Jamie is so proud of this work as well, it really raises my eyebrows, and I'm just like, wow, what do we have in store here? And also, guys, do you think Halloween Ends is going to be a little different than the other Halloween movies? A little different than Kills, a little different than 2018, a little different than maybe every other Halloween movie. I think it's going to be a little bit different. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Season of the Witch, Halloween 3. And it's pretty much unanimously understood today in 2022, 40 years later after that movie, where it was hated for decades and now has been reappraised and has been embraced very much in the last decade specifically. I think everybody agrees that the biggest problem with the release of that film and its reception in 1982 is that fans of Halloween 2, just that previous October, and of 78, which was already becoming kind of a cult classic at that time, and of course now it's just a bona fide, legit, regular old classic. But they didn't prepare the Michael Myers fans that, hey, this is from those same people, but it's not going to have Michael Myers. It's going to be something a little bit different. It's still going to be a Halloween movie, but it's not going to be the shape. It's not going to be... There was no internet then, and the marketing that they did put out, if anything, it was kind of misleading. You know, some of the, the tagline was "The night no one comes home." Still kind of playing on that, "The night he comes home," and more of "The night he comes home," that type of stuff. So, I feel like, is this Halloween Ends going to be something as radical as Halloween 30 Season of the Witch? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that radical. Radically different, I mean. But are the producers and the talent here and the creative forces behind this movie, and most importantly, the marketing at Universal, are they going to use these great pains to prepare us all that this is going to be a little bit different, so they don't relive the mistake of H3 40 years ago? That's kind of the impression I'm getting, just a little bit. Now, again, I love hearing James talking about working with Jamie and how their work is so moving. I've got some ideas about what that could mean, but I want to hear what you guys think that means, because there's a lot to chew on there. And there's one more little bit that that James does say, and again, my friend Keith, who brought this to our attention initially, one of our regular Triple M viewers, he took this next comment to mean one thing, and I don't know if I take it quite as far as he takes it, but anyway, let me just read you this other comment. On working with Nick Castle, James goes over, they're working together during Nick's cameo in 2018, and Nick's cameo that was shot but ultimately not used in the film and kills. And James says, quote, "I will tell you that in Halloween Ends, he doesn't play anything to do with the shape, but does do a cameo playing another role, which is kind of fun." Now, you're saying, I know, we all know that. Right, Nick has said that his cameo was not as the shape in this movie. James has confirmed that now. Now, again, some will read that when he says, literally, he doesn't play anything to do with the shape after, acknowledging the breathing in the first two movies. And again, we just saw that photo of Nick recording the breathing. So, make of that what you will. I don't think, personally, he was talking about the breathing when he said he doesn't play anything to do with the shape. Personally, I think he meant Nick did not film any scenes on camera as the shape for Halloween Ends. He did film a cameo. It is in a different role other than the shape, which I think is awesome and going to be great, whatever it is. I can't wait to see. That's my read of that quote. You guys tell me your read of it. And of all of these quotes, what do you make of it? I know some of you are going to speculate and dig in to what you think some of this might mean. Let me hear you down in the comments below, or right now in the live chat. I'm going to turn back over here right now. And again, I will put that link. Actually, I'll throw it in the live chat right now, but don't y'all leave to go watch it right this second. But there you go. It's in the live chat now. There's that link to watch that panel. And again, shout out. I'll give them one more shout out because it was some good stuff included in there. The name of that channel is Madness 9091, and that is the OKC HorrorCon. All right, I see some of our channel members, some of our illustrious channel members. You can see them. You'll notice them by their special cool badges they have next to their name and cool emojis that they can do that non-member viewers don't have access to. And I'm talking about people like Brett Patrick and Patrick Ring, and I see AC Fall Guy in here. Some of our channel members. We call it the Halloween Daily Club, and it's just $5 a month. Thanks for chiming in right when you did, guys, because that was a perfect segue for me to do this commercial right this second for our channel members. Again, you get cool stuff like that. You get early access to certain videos, and there's going to be other exclusive perks like the occasional exclusive members-only Q&A chat and stuff like that. Once we get a slightly bigger community going on in there. So hit the join button, and that'll give you all the details. And think about it, mainly it's $5 a month, and it's just a way to help out us here at HDN to keep everything rolling and doing what we do. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat room. Solid Saturn says, think we will hear the first track off the score before September. I think so too. I agree. Christopher says, I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. Tommy Lee Wallace's voice. Yes, you don't know what death is. Best line, maybe in the franchise. Definitely my favorite line from H2. Rob, yes, Nick Castle is in Massachusetts next weekend for that event. That is Spencer from Ice Nine Kills horror convention. But I gotta say, and again, I was going to do this later in the show, but I'm going to go and do it right now while we're talking about convention appearances. Yes, Nick's going to be there at Spencer's event in Massachusetts. It's called Silver Scream Con. Check it out if you're in that area. I think James is going to be there too with him, actually. But the real place to be next weekend, I gotta say, is at Mad Monster Expo. With all due respect to Nick and James and Spencer and all that, we love them. But Mad Monster Expo, they have a franchise reunion happening there that is just awesome. And a huge part of it is to celebrate this year's 40th anniversary of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Speaking of. So, again, I was going to do this later on in the live, but I'm going to go ahead and plug our next two convention appearances right now. Next week, I mean, the plan is we're going to do Michael Myers Monday live right here like normal. But around middle of the week, Wednesday, we're heading back up to the Charlotte area of North Carolina, Concord, North Carolina to be exact, for Mad Monster Expo. Now, they've got an insane lineup of guests that is just one of the best lineups ever. It's one of the best put together horror conventions, Halloween themed events. They got the animatronics, they got the haunt merch, they got everything there. But check this out. From this franchise alone, from the Halloween movie franchise, they have Tommy Lee Wallace. Okay. You know, he is irrevocably tied to this franchise forever. Of course, production designer, editor, the original 78 film, and played the Shape in a number of key iconic scenes. Went on to be writer-director of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. So, he is repped at this event. Also, from Halloween 78, Michael Myers' first ever victim, our friend, Judith Myers herself, Sandy Johnson, is going to be there. Repping Halloween 2 as well as Halloween 3, our good friend, the great, the legendary, the iconic, the badass Dick Warlock is gonna be there. And then, if that's not enough, also part of this Halloween 3 reunion, specifically joining Tommy Lee Wallace, the writer-director of the film, and Dick Warlock, the stunt coordinator for the film and the assassin in the film. We also had the great, iconic Tom Atkins as a guest, and Stacy Nelkin. all 5 of them. Dee Wallace is also there from Rob Zombie's Halloween, and she's joining her E.T. co-stars, Henry Thomas and Robert McNaughton, all of which we just got a chance to see briefly at Scares of Care, so it's going to be awesome to get a chance to see them again at this event. Butch Patrick from the original Monsters series and Rob Zombie's new feature film reboot is there. There's the Killer Clowns from Outer Space reunion. I'm telling you guys, look, here's an overview of the lineup, so you can see what I'm talking about real quick. I'm not even going to say all the names, but look at this illustrious guest list right here. I mean, it is just one of the best guest lists I've seen in a while. Very excited for this. It is happening the last weekend in August. That is August 26th, 27th, and 28th. Concord, North Carolina. You can get tickets at madmonsterexpo.com. And then after that, just a few weeks after that, we're going to be up in Hampton, Virginia at the 3rd annual Haunted Screams Expo. You're going to hear me talking a lot about this one as well. Another friend of HDN who we met at 40 Years of Terror, Brad Marie, who played Michael Myers in Resurrection, is going to be there. David Naughton from American Werewolf in London. You got Andrew Bonarski from the early 2000s Chainsaw remake and its prequel. Awesome lineup. You can learn more about that one at hauntedscreams.com. But next weekend, let me know if you're going to be at Mad Monster Expo. We're going to be there all 3 days. We're going to have a table. We're going to have merch for sale. A lot of the merch you see here that I talk about, we're going to have it there. We're going to have HK masks, 2018 masks, a lot of wall decor. You got your H3 wall decor that you can get signed by Tommy and Dick and Tom and Stacy. Are you kidding? We got your 78 wall decor that you can get signed by Tommy and by Sandy. Guys, come on. And again, if you can't make it to that one, or if you're in the area, you definitely want to come to Haunted Screams Expo next month. That's going to be the next one we're at after that. So, plan to join us for those. All right, back to the news now. Actually, I'm going to go back into the live chat for just a minute. Solid says, wonder if James knows which ending they will go with. That's an interesting point. Rob says, sick shirt, by the way. Thank you. Yep, I got this at 40 Years of Terror. Took Sean Clark's Horror's Hallowed Grounds tour of the Halloween filming locations. You can watch our video highlights elsewhere on this channel. I was thinking about our buddy Sean because I was thinking about Mad Monster Expo. And I shot him a text earlier today and asked if we were going to see him there, because I know he's, a lot of his clients are at Spencer's event that same weekend as well. But he said yes, he's going to be there, so we're gonna see him again as well. And in addition to seeing so many of our other friends and some of you guys as well. So be sure to come up to our table, or if we're not at our table, you'll see me running around. I'll probably be sweating or wiping sweat off my head like I am here some nights because I get excited. But I'll have a camera around my neck, and yeah, you can't miss us. But be sure to say, hey, I watch the Triple M show, or I watch your channel, or whatever. I love connecting with you guys out there, and some of you guys did do exactly that at Scares of Care, and it was awesome. So can't wait for to see all you guys at these upcoming events. 2 expos, 2 Halloween expos. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, Fall Guy, it is gonna be amazing. Again, I mean, we've been to almost all the Mad Monster Party conventions that they do in the winter. This is the second time they've done their fall show, which they call the Mad Monster Expo. And the only real difference is it's got workshops, like classes you can take. Damien Maffei of The Strangers and Haunt, and the recent Wrong Turn, he's going to be there. I mean, it's so big. It's more Halloween themed and Haunt themed than their regular Mad Monster Party, and it's more educational as well, with the classes and seminars and demos and stuff like that. And Haunted Screams Expo in Hampton next month it's a similar thing. It's a Halloween haunt expo. They're also got a monster vehicle show with the Jeepers Creepers truck and the Maximum Overdrive Goblin head. That's going to be on display there. They've got a Dracula that's going to be there in Ecto 1. Some other ones, some Mad Max vehicles. It's going to be awesome. All right, I'm getting off track. Let's get back into some of this news. Before I talk about the other collectibles news, and speaking of Nick Castle here on Michael Myers Monday, one of the first shout-outs I want to give over here on Instagram is to our buddy Christopher Nelson, who was hanging out with none other than the great Shape himself, the OG Shape, Nick Castle. Shared this photo earlier today on Michael Myers Monday with Nick Castle, and they are enjoying Christopher's birthday lunch. Happy birthday, Christopher! At the local LA Bob's, at the Bob's in Burbank, the classic Bob's in Burbank, they say. So they look great. And again, Nick clearly in town in LA doing that ADR work this week, connecting with some friends from Haddonfield before he leaves town. Now, speaking of friends from Haddonfield, John Carpenter this past weekend was at Steel City Con in Pennsylvania. And also appearing there was the original Halloween station wagon driven by Michael Myers in Carpenter's classic 78 film. And John, just a few days ago, shared these great images of himself reunited with that iconic vehicle. Now, that one is not currently scheduled to be at Haunted Screams Expo, but I'm talking to the promoters behind the scenes, and we're going to try to get that one there next year. And speaking of John Carpenter and our friend Sandy Johnson, check out my 2021 interview with Sandy elsewhere on this channel. Sandy shared this amazing photo with the man himself, the master of horror, Mr. Carpenter. She shared it today on Michael Myers Monday, and she says it's a pic that she has waited 44 years to get. How amazing is that? John Carpenter reunited with Michael's first victim, Judith Myers. And again, Sandy, you can reunite with Judith Myers herself, Sandy Johnson, as we're going to do next weekend in Concord, North Carolina for Mad Monster Expo. All right, so that's the Halloween Ends news. Let me hear your thoughts on that. And that's this week in cool franchise reunions out on the convention scene. And we love capturing magic moments like that when we're on hand at these conventions. That's one of the things that we pride ourselves in doing, is really covering the event from head to toe. If you saw our Scares of Care coverage, and you heard me talk about it last week, it's a little bittersweet because they announced a few days after this year's 3-day charity weekend that they're discontinuing that event. The charity itself is going on, which is great. They're actually going to be at Mad Monster Expo next weekend as well. And you can learn more about how you can support them there over at scaresetcare.org. They're a great organization. They're going to do other fundraising events, just nothing as big of an undertaking as a 3-day horror convention, which is totally understandable, especially considering how many more 3-day horror conventions have popped up in the 8 years since that event started. So we didn't know that at the time, but I'm very glad that we, shot some exhaustive walkthrough footage and got some impromptu interviews on camera with some of the vendors. And that's why if you watch that walkthrough when you get a chance, it's pretty lengthy, but I left a lot of that in there because it did turn out to be the last one, and most of that was shot literally on that Sunday, the last day of the last one. So again, getting off the subject of the franchise for a minute, but important stuff here on the channel elsewhere. So again, happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. All right, checking in on the live chat.
Larry says, I wonder who that guy was playing Michael in the trailer around the 53-second mark. He was a lot bigger than James Hugh Courtney. I'll have to go back and see. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, we've speculated in our trailer breakdown of what it may or may not be Michael and what could be going on there. And I've said before about this Corey Cunningham character that, again, I feel the franchise and the powers that be really trying to prepare us for something different. And I talked at length. I'm not going to do it right this second, but on just that one sentence about the Corey Cunningham character in the new synopsis and what them including that one sentence might mean. And also, I've, just kind of thrown it out there that maybe he's not as important as we think, but, they're kind of putting that out there to make us, the people that are going to dissect all this info, kind of a red herring. Which I said he's probably going to be in the movie. I think that's just my guess. I mean, but I guess I could say I hope. But again, I mean, reading James's comments about you guys, let me know what you think. Christopher, great pick. Yes, absolutely. Fall Guy says, sounds amazing. Absolutely, yes. Hell yes. You got to come out for that. It's going to be so good. All right, we've got some more merch news, believe it or not. Now, again, it was just a few weeks ago when Spirit Halloween put up a new Michael Myers bobblehead, and this was no ordinary bobblehead. This is Michael Myers 78 with the hedge, the iconic hedge scene. And by the time we got to last Monday, to talk about it, they had already sold out online of that particular bobblehead. And last I checked, they're still sold out online. We're all going to be searching for that. That's going to be one of this year's hot ticket items for us Myers fans from Spirit Halloween, I can guarantee you. I'm going to be looking for one out at the Physical Spirits when we do our traveling next weekend. Now, that is made by Royal Baubles, who are really kind of killing it in the Myers bobblehead game. This is the same company that put out the Ghost Bob, or Michael wearing Bob's glasses in the Ghost Sheet, and also the young Michael Myers clown bobble, both of which I own. They're on my shelf. We've talked about here on previous Michael Myers Monday lives. We've done showcase videos that you can watch elsewhere on the channel. Well, since that sellout at Spirit, which again I credit our audience because we shared it even here on YouTube in the community tab. We shared our article even before we got to Monday, and by the time we got to Monday, it was out. But they've done it again, guys. Royal Baubles. They've got yet another new Michael Myers bobblehead that went up online as a Hot Topic exclusive from Hot Topic's website. And again, I'm breaking one of my rules. I haven't ordered mine yet. Normally, sometimes if it's something really important, I got to make sure I order mine before I share it with you guys, because you guys are going to sell them out. But in this case, have at it, guys, because check this beauty out. Priced at $36.90. This is Royal Baubles Halloween 78 Michael Myers and Bob figure. A Hot Topic exclusive. Guys, come on. This is fucking amazing. I mean, I said last week when we talked about the hedge Michael Myers, just how cool it is that Royal Baubles are taking some of these iconic scenes that I think have been neglected by like the Funko Pop makers and even NECA to an extent. I mean, they did young Michael Myers. They did Michael in the Ghost Sheet with Bob's glasses, two of just, and they're heavy duty baubles too. These are heavy duty, highly detailed, resin sculpted baubles. And then they dropped that hedge as a Spirit Halloween exclusive last week, and now this week they drop this. This might be the coolest Michael Myers bobblehead ever released so far. And I have to say so far because, yeah, Royal Baubles is killing it. Who knows what they're going to come up with next. Throw your ideas out there because sky's the limit with them, it seems. They've got this 78 license, and man, they are running with it. You know, whereas the Funko Pops, the Michael Pops, you know, whereas they you know, as awesome as the variants are, they are still the same pop sculpts and these baubles. Collectors, let me hear your thoughts on this. Bauble fanatics, Michael fans, you know you're going to be snatching this up. I have included the link to purchase this online from Hot Topics website in the description of this video. Go get them. Go get it. All right, and while we're on the subject of new Myers merch, let me just share a couple other Myers merch releases. Just a couple. Like I said, last week Spirit dropped that bobblehead online, and it quickly sold out. Like within a day or two after we shared our article throughout social media. Well, they have put a few other new items online, and I don't think this is all. I think they're going to put some other stuff online. Most of this stuff is returning items that has already been up there for a while. You can still, speaking of Pops, you can still get Myers with the Myers house. It's a classic. But I just want to talk very briefly about a couple of these new items. And again, you can hit our Spirit Halloween affiliate link in the description below and find any of these items. But there's a new t-shirt, and I'm pretty sure you'll find this at Spencer's gift stores as well. It's got the "Everyone is entitled to one good scare" tagline on the front, the Nick Castle Michael Myers holding the knife the night he came home written on the sleeve, and then on the other sleeve the Halloween font. It's priced at $40, and you know, this is a pretty cool shirt, but for me personally, I mean, the $40 price mark, I don't know. I'm probably gonna hold off on this one for now. If it was like 20 or 15, yeah, no brainer. Or one of those Walmart specials for like $8 or $9, yeah, I'd be all over it. But for me personally, I mean, I've got at least a couple dozen Myers t-shirts, so and I don't have a whole lot of use for long sleeve tees personally, so this one I'll probably hold off on for now. But you guys let me know what you think. There are a couple other items here that are new and that are apparel, including this Michael Myers flannel, I guess, for the ladies, which is kind of just weird, honestly. Not because it's a ladies flannel by any mean, or ladies Myers item. It's just because what even is it? I mean, it's got Myers' name on it, which, I mean, it would be like in universe if it said Phelps Garage, right? Like that would be in universe. And you guys know how I love those in universe t-shirts, stuff like Camp Crystal Lake or Haddonfield High School. And then it does have Michael's face there on the elbow, I guess, on the sleeve. Just such a bizarre item, but
that's not all. That's not the only bizarre new Michael Myers shirt here. This they call the Michael Myers work shirt. And you guys give me your thoughts on this, but again, I just found this so weird on so many levels. Okay. First of all, it's like a blue work shirt. So I mean, in a way, it's like, okay, it's like an econo version of the jumpsuit. If you don't have the whole jumpsuit, just get the work shirt. But it doesn't really work for just like the jumpsuit top, because it's got the Myers name tag, which is so weird, especially considering on the other side it says Smith's Grove Sanitarium. So now Michael Myers, or somebody with the name Myers, has a work shirt because they apparently are employed at Smith's Grove Sanitarium. It's almost so weird and bizarre that I might have to buy it. You guys know I am a champion of the underdog and the weird and the unloved. I swear this is so odd to me. And just seeing that Michael in the mask in like this shirt that it's like the right color for the coveralls, but not the. You guys tell me what you make of this. It is, again, my final thought is it's almost so weird and bizarre. I might need it. It's $40 at spirithalloween.com. There's also these new pint glasses, a 2-pack, officially licensed from Halloween 2, which is kind of cool because if you remember in recent years, pretty much everything Spirit carried was officially licensed from Halloween Resurrection or Halloween H2O or Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. It seems that things have changed because we are now seeing Halloween 2 merch. And again, this is represented in my cups. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Here's my original Every Day is Halloween Michael Myers cup. Clearly, that is officially licensed from Resurrection. That's a Resurrection mask. And here's my second one that I ordered online this year, thinking that I would own 2, one to keep on the shelf and one to drink out of here during Michael Myers Monday Live events. And everything is identical to it, except for this new one is clearly not the Resurrection mask. This is licensed from Halloween 2. Crazy. All right, so they're $20 for the set, for the 2 of them. And then this one was actually kind of cool. This is the one that I might get. I'll probably wait and see if I see it at a physical store, or if I'm ordering something else from Spirit in a few weeks, then maybe I'll throw it on to if I need to add a few dollars to make the shipping free or something like that. But this is the Michael Myers knife stemless glass. And again, nothing too special, but again, it's showing some H2 love. And you guys know, well, I think we all love Halloween 2. But in addition to the butcher knives and the images of the shape, I love the skull pumpkin. The iconic skull pumpkin from the Halloween 2 poster. And that is the one thing that's in color here on this stemless glass. And for $10, I think that's super affordable, whether you're going to put it on the shelf or actually drink out of it. Either way, I think $10, it's affordable enough to where you could almost do both. You could do what plenty of us do plenty of times and get one for each, one for the shelf and one to use. And last, for now anyway, is this new Michael Myers canvas.
priced at $23, and it is a 16 by 12 canvas, and it doesn't say specifically which film it's licensed from. I'm guessing Halloween 2, which that seems to be what Spirit is licensing their products from right now. But yeah, again, I'm not in a huge rush for this. I mean, mainly because these giant canvases like this, and this one isn't too giant, but wall space in our house, as you might imagine, is at a there's not much of it these days. It's very tough for us. But, I mean, I do like this artistic rendition of the mask. For the most part, this little scribble up here on his head, it almost looks like the artist signed their signature up there or something. Or maybe it's supposed to be an autograph or something. I don't know. I just noticed that. That's kind of weird. That little scribble up there looks like almost like an autograph on there. I think it's just part of this artist's the way he's just scribbling the blood on there all over the mask. But it's a pretty cool looking rendition of the shape regardless. But let me know what you think about these new images, these new products available right now from SpiritHalloween.com. I do expect some more to be revealed. I hope that's not all. But I tell you, Lowe's, they are reportedly putting their stuff out at stores. I mean, today was their official day to start setting up their Halloween 2022 stuff. A lot of stores have jumped the gun and have already put it out. And they've got so much of the officially licensed Michael Myers merch this year as well. They've got those string lights. They've got the life-size animatronic. They've got the path markers. A lot of cool stuff you can find at Lowe's, but you better start checking there. If you didn't go there today, you're going to want to get up and go there tomorrow because that stuff is going to sell out super quick. All right, so there's your merch update. Let's go back here to the live chat for a minute before we jump into some shout outs and wrap it up for the evening. Rob said wanted to buy 6 of those H2 glasses, said they only do 2 at a time. Yeah, because they're probably trying not to sell out. Like, they probably made that mistake with the baubles and allowed infinite number, and scalpers probably went on there and bought them all, and now they're eBaying them for 10 times the price. That's probably what happened. Jenny says, who knew William Shatner's face would make a big franchise? Well, I mean, his face helped make one franchise, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. David says, H2 love like the hot tub scene. Yes. Bud, one of the few, I mean, that is one of the few scenes of actual nudity in the franchise. You know what I mean? Of some love making in the franchise. I mean, there's some, you know, there's PJ and Bob, of course, you know, and there's some other ones. I think H6 has some, and our friend Tamara Glenn and Samantha gets it on with Spence in the barn at H5. Of course, Rob has some. But, yeah, that definitely one of the most memorable love-making scenes with our boy Bud in H2. Let's see. Yeah, you guys better snatch up those cups. I mean, again, that's pretty good price. Rob says, Michael doesn't need advertising of his name. I mean, really, it's nothing to do with the coveralls. It's just weird. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. I mean, those shirts are, because we've seen the, like, I know you guys have seen, like, the female Myers. It's not a jumpsuit. It's almost like a cat suit, but it's blue like the jumpsuit is. And it comes with a knife, I think. And it's kind of, the idea is like a female Myers, a sexy Myers, which that's weird enough. But this it takes that even to another level. It's just, I mean, both of those shirts. I mean, the flannel was weird enough with just off the wall, weird. Never seen anything quite like those. And again, it had potential, like the work shirts. Like Fright Rags, I think, is the ones who put out the actual Haddonfield Memorial Hospital officially licensed Halloween 2 work shirts. Now, if it was that, I mean, it's pretty much those colors. They've got the Halloween 2 license, it looks like. I guess not for work shirts because, Fright Rags did it. I guess. I don't know how the copyrights on these items work. But maybe that's it. They wanted to do what Fright Rags did. The H2 hospital work shirts. They're not able to do it, so, they were already in motion, so they had to put something else on those names. I think maybe that might honestly be it. I didn't think about that before I just said it out loud, but now I'm thinking maybe that's what happened, was they were planning on doing that, but Fright Rags beat them to it maybe or something. Anyway, that would make it awesome. That would be cool if it had like the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital logo on there. Then that makes total sense for a work shirt. And you don't even need the name. Certainly not the Myers name. Or another way they could have gone, which doesn't make as much sense as the H2 hospital work shirts, but still could have been cool, is just take the Myers part off and just let it say Haddonfield, or just let it say Smiths Grove Sanitarium. Even just that. Even though we never really see like a Smiths Grove janitor or anything. I mean, we do in Rob's films, so I mean that could be my Danny Trejo janitor Smiths Grove work shirt. Then that at least makes a little more sense, because I've said this many times, whatever franchise it is, I love the in-universe apparel so much. Like if I'm going to get a Jaws shirt, I like one from Amityville Island, or a Haddonfield High School shirt, or again, Phelps Garage. That's the throwback to the '78, the tow truck, right? But if they've got the H2 license, why not the hospital? Again, I can only think because it's already been done and somebody else has the license. That's all I can think. If anybody out there knows the answer to any of these questions, I'd love to hear from you. If you've purchased these shirts, again, I'm going to hold off for right now, but I'm serious when I say the work shirt, it's almost so weird I kind of want to own it. Like, do you guys remember a few years ago when I think it was Funko, they did their line of horror figures but done in like the He-Man Masters of the Universe, big bulky action figure style, and they misspelled Myers in the Myers. They spelled it like how Seth Meyers on the late night show spells his name, I think. Anyway, there was an extra E thrown in there. And to me, that's one of the few figures I've never opened, because I cherished that misprint on the packaging so much that it actually was mass produced and put out, and so far down the line that, whoever was in charge over there was like, yeah, we can't pull those, it's too late. So you guys probably know what I'm talking about. At least the Myers figure collectors out there know what I mean. Patrick Ring knows what I mean out there. He knows what I'm talking about. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Are these shirts too weird to own, or are they too weird not to own? Tell me your thoughts, please. I can't wait. And if you are going to purchase any of these, again, I don't have direct links right now. I'll probably add them when we're done with the live. But I did put a general link to spirithalloween.com, which is an affiliate link in the description of this video. And again, I appreciate it if you click through on that if you're going to do it. And that just helps us earn a very small commission as all that goes through. So, all right, let's do some shout-outs real quick. Rob says, unless Michael is a mechanic the last 4 years and we don't know it yet, he fixes high-end cars. That's the Christine vibe. Hey, there you go. We know, well, I mean, Christine Vibe, we've been led to believe, you're right. That could be it. Yes, there you go, Rob. I'll go with that. Again, it's just the most bizarre thing. Like, one of the most bizarre Myers officially licensed collectibles I think I've seen. I don't know what the most bizarre is. Now I want to ask that. You guys tell me, what is the absolute most bizarre, off the wall, so bizarre I can't exist and not own it type collectible that you've seen that's officially licensed? Now, I know there's independent artist stuff out there that's totally off the wall and like crossover stuff and all that. Yeah, but like an officially licensed item like that. You guys, please chime in, whether it's live or on the replay. That is wild. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just so weird. So weird. All right, let's do a couple Michael Myers Monday shout outs, shall we? Now, before we do our regular traditional weekly hashtag shout outs, I'm going to give a couple of shout outs quickly to two of our viewers that I didn't get their messages before last week's show, but I have since corrected that and gotten their messages, and it relates to all the merch news that we're talking about. As you guys know, Spirit Halloween, which next year celebrates its 40th anniversary, pretty wild, I know. They are owned. Their parent company is Spencer's, of the long-running Spencer's Gifts at the mall. Well, one of our loyal friends out there, and I believe she's watching tonight in the live chat. I know she is. Jenny sent us this awesome photo from Spencer's just the other week, where she found this officially licensed Halloween Resurrection backpack. And then here is a John Carpenter's Halloween backpack. John Carpenter's Halloween, officially licensed Halloween backpack. And I like that. It's got the R rating. It's got the Loomis quote of purely and simply evil. It's got Nick standing at the top of the stairs. This one is awesome. And all I gotta say is they did not have backpacks this cool when I was in high school in the early 90s. I mean, maybe they did at Spencer's, but I don't think so, because I went to Spencer's even back then, and they had cool stuff, but I don't think they had Michael Myers officially licensed backpacks in the early 90s. So thank you to Jenny for sharing these awesome images. And you guys feel free to do the same. Tag us on your Instagram posts, DM us, or feel free to email us anytime. And the best way to do that is through our contact page at HalloweenDailyNews.com/contact. Also, our buddy Rob sent us this image. Again, you seeing the bobblehead theme here tonight? Lots of bobble talk. Lots of free plugs for Royal Baubles. Psst, y'all ever send out products for review? Psst, Royal Baubles, are you out there? Rob sent us this image. He purchased Michael with the Hedge. He got it before it sold out online. That is a Spirit Halloween exclusive. So again, as of right now, they're out of stock on the website. They might come back in stock. But I think we're all going to be trying to hunt that sucker down at the physical stores. I know I am. And that's an awesome Fright Rags Halloween 78 lunchbox there in the background as well. All right, let's get to our Michael Myers Monday shout outs, shall we? Now, you guys know how it goes every week. We give just a couple shout outs from Twitter and Instagram, just a couple posts that use the Michael Myers Monday hashtag that just caught my eye for whatever reason. And it's far from the best, and it's certainly far from all of them. Earlier today, Halloween Ends was trending. Did you guys see that? Pretty awesome. Let's get Michael Myers Monday trending. That's what we need to do. But yeah, these posts, we started this in 2013 just as a way to celebrate the Michael Myers fandom, way to make Mondays suck a little less, and make Mondays a little more killer. And now it's taken on a life of its own, and people make their own GIFs and memes and whatever. And some people use the hashtag to show off their fandom in so many different ways, whether it's their favorite scenes from the movie, or their own cosplay, reenacting scenes from the movie, or their collections, or meeting the cast and filmmakers behind the films, whatever it is. So every week that we do these Michael Myers Monday live streams here on the HDN channel, I always make a point to share just a couple and give a couple shout outs. So here we go. Starting over on Twitter. This one comes from our friends at Halloween Verse. And if you don't know what the Halloween Verse is, it is a network of parody accounts parodying every single character in the Halloween franchise that you could imagine. And they're hilarious. And Halloween Verse is at the center of that. And here they shared this great shot. Nick Castle, 44 years of The Shape. And there's that classic image of Nick on the set of the 78 film, and that brand new image shared on Friday of Nick in the ADR studio, breathing life into The Shape, as he said, for the last time. Thank you, Halloween Verse, for sharing this image. I love it. Also from Twitter today, this comes from Blackwood Artworks. They're at Blackwood_arts. For them, that's arts with an S, not arts with a Z, like my name. They say, Happy Michael Myers Monday. I can't wait for Halloween Ends, even though I doubt it really ends with this movie. Of course it doesn't end with this movie. Are you crazy? It will never end. You can't kill the boogeyman. But check out this artwork. I do like this. It says Michael Myers at the end of most Halloween movies. And he's sitting there with a calendar saying it's Halloween, a jack-o'-lantern, flames all around him, bleeding from the eye, bleeding everywhere, shot numerous times, still holding his knife, saying this is fine. Great job, Blackwood. All right, moving over to Instagram now for a couple of these. This comes to us from our friend IB Gregor. He's on Instagram at IB Gregor. He says, Baby girl would like to say Happy Michael Myers Monday to all fans out there. I love how she embraces Daddy's fandom. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I think we got our son that same t-shirt when he was about that age. And I love seeing those posters in the background, that whole display in the background. Check it out. Collector, zoom in on that. A lot of good stuff there. And I just had to share this because cute overload, right? I mean, come on. Look at that smile amid the Myers madness, the utter joy. That's us. That's us. She is personifying all of us right now. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Also from Instagram, this is from Zenas Meza. I hope I'm saying that right. Zenas. A lot going on here, and I love all of it. First of all, there's an awesome Myers Halloween print in the background that Zenas says, after saying Happy Michael Myers Monday, says that print is by the amazing Chris Butler Designs. Then, are you guys feeling the bobble theme here? I told you there was a bobblehead theme tonight. She's holding those two recent releases from Royal Baubles. That is the Michael Myers with Bob's glasses, the Ghost Bob Michael Myers bobble. And in the other hand, that is the young Michael Myers clown bobblehead. Both of those are the ones that I own on our shelf and that we've talked about here on Michael Myers Monday Live before and done showcase videos before. And if that's not enough, the awesome print, the amazing baubles, Zanace is rocking her Laurie Strode cosplay. So, love everything about this photo. Awesome. Thank you for playing along at home and using the Michael Myers Monday hashtag. Great job. Another one from Instagram today. This comes to us from TWD Horror Obsessions. And yeah, anybody that's gonna make a special Michael Myers Monday video, we're probably gonna have to share that. There's our friend Jabrana and Tambu. There is Julian, and replaying one of the best scenes from the 2018 film, which results in poor Vicky being done. One more for this week from Instagram. This comes to us from Spooky Witch Lexi, who says, "This will be me if it ever actually cools down." And there is Michael standing. I believe this was actually taken at the Myers house, North Carolina, although I'm not positive. And it says, "When the temperature drops 1 degree." That's right. That's, again, I share this because I think this speaks for all of us. This is us, right? When the temperature drops just 1 degree, it's time to put on that mask, embody the shape, carve a jack-o'-lantern, and start the stalking. Tag us on your socials every week, and anytime you're sharing Myers-related content or any Halloween-related content of any kind, even if it's not to this franchise. You guys are regular viewers of this channel. If you think it's something we should see, then feel free to tag us on your socials. I'll get that. Shoot us a DM like Jenny and Rob did, or do both. Do all of the above. That way, we'll definitely get it ASAP. All right, one more check-in on the live chat over here, as it is now officially after midnight. Happy Terrifier Tuesday to those of you on the West Coast. Happy Trick or Treat Tuesday as well. You can call it whatever you want. For the rest of us, though, right here, right now, I'm on the East Coast. It's after midnight, but it's still here, Michael Myers Monday, because every day is Michael Myers Monday, just like every day is Halloween. All right. Rob says, "Very cool backpack, Resurrection one. You own the second one. Awesome. Nice." Rob says, "The Michael Myers soap. It's crazy." Yeah, it's all pretty wild. It's all pretty wild. So many weird collectibles now. But I know I am not alone in saying that many of us are going to have to own a lot of those weird collectibles, and sometimes it's the weirder the better. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm as I've said many times here, I kind of champion the weird, the misprints, the oddballs, certainly the outcast, the unloved. You know, what's that? The island of unloved toys or lost toys. What is that? You guys know what I'm talking about. AC says, "Great show as usual. Thank you so much, man." Byron Weaver, lighting up a jack-o'-lantern and a butcher knife. Byron, one of our longtime viewers, and AC, one of our current channel members. Again, no pressure to join the channel, guys, but I do appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Patrick says, "Picked up some of the Myers stuff at Spirit and some new stuff at Monster Mania this past weekend. Really starting to run out of room." Yes, yes. Thank you, David Suber. Yes, the Isle of Misfit Toys. Yes, thank you, thank you. And David Suber, I know you're going to be at Mad Monster Expo next weekend. Yeah, you better. I'm going to hear that, "Are you ready?" in the back of my head, and then I'm going to know that's David Suber. Or it might be one of you other guys. But that's how David Suber greeted me about 1 year ago, I think. Yes, we're going to be there. Very excited for that. We're also going to be back here, if everything goes as planned, next Monday for another Michael Myers Monday Live. The following Monday, that'll be the day after Mad Monster Expo. Just giving y'all a heads up. Chances are we won't be doing a live that week, only because I'll be on the road all day coming home. And by the time we get home, even if it is prior to 10:31, I'm probably going to be completely wiped out and out of energy. That being said, stranger things have happened, so you never know. But what is going to happen is some unexpected lives. Like we are going to be doing another live episode of the Halloween show this week. As far as what day, I don't know. That's the mystery. That's the fun of the Halloween show. You never know what day we're going to pop up and do an HDN live. Also, we're going to be doing live trailer breakdowns for some trailers that are coming out soon. I can't say anything more than that, but there's some good trailers coming out soon. So you're going to want to look out for that. And all of our normal coverage. A few more items from Scares That Care. After next weekend, we're going to have total coverage of Mad Monster Expo rolling out ahead of our road trip to Haunted Screams Expo. You can learn about everything I've talked about tonight, including those events, anytime at our main headquarters, our website, HalloweenDailyNews.com. Andromeda checking in the closing minutes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very late night at work. I know. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know sometimes you listen when you're working, and to all of you guys. And again, if I haven't said your name tonight, then I do apologize. It's nothing personal. I swear. It's just I miss some names every now and then. Please don't hold it against me. I love you as well, and I'm thankful that you're here. We all are. Again, come see us next weekend, Mad Monster Expo. Look for lots more news coming every day here on the channel. Hallow hunting, convention coverage, all kinds of stuff happening, trailer breakdowns, you name it. Impromptu live stream events. That's why you want to turn on those notifications if you haven't already. And again, I mean, the channel members, they get some pretty cool perks, and there's going to be more added here soon as well. Next week, I was almost going to talk about it this week, but we're out of time right now. Next week, remind me, guys, don't let me forget, we're going to talk about our 10th anniversary celebration, which is happening next month, and how you guys can be part of it if you can do just about 5 minutes worth of homework for me. We're going to talk about that next week, HDN 10. That's right, our 10th anniversary. Okay, guys, you have been amazing. Fall Guy rocking that custom emojis that only members could get. I couldn't think of the word. It's an emoji. It's an emoji. All right. I'm getting stupefied, so that means it is time to end the live stream. You guys are awesome. You have been amazing, as always. If you're watching on a replay, then don't be shy. Let me hear your comments down let me hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications. Comment down below. And even if you don't have a comment, think about just dropping us a jack-o'-lantern in the comments section. Just because that helps with the YouTube algorithms, the engagement, all that stuff. So that we could expand this audience, grow the community, the best community on all of YouTube, and in the Hallow sphere, I think. In the Hallowverse, excuse me. Hallow sphere is something else. I'm getting off track. All right, guys. Thank you for being here again. It's been a blast. Let's do it again real soon. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. And happy Michael Myers Monday!